Dear National Catholic Register. What, aren't you guys owned by EWTN? Dear EWTN, what is your problem? In the last 24 hours, you have fired Mark Shea and Simca Fisher. Who in their right mind does that? Now, honestly, Mark Shea, I can kind of understand. He is an internet hero of mine, but he's a little bit of a jerk. Just a little. But I mean, this is the internet. If you're not brave enough to stand by him while he's being less than perfectly polite, then, whatever, fine. But then you go and you shove Simca to the curb, too? Honestly, who could ever have a problem with that woman? It's just weird, okay? You make an example out of these two people who just, happen to be the most anti-Trump people on your site. And you act like politeness is somehow the chief virtue of Catholic internet discourse. And these two are just too much to jive with whatever kind of image you're trying to portray. Hey, EWTN, we like them that way. We liked your site that way. Fisher and Shea give weird and jarring insights into life and into faith and into God and into family. They're the Flannery O'Connors of nonfiction. They're willing to crack a joke, question a political norm, question a vocabulary, call out a hypocrisy. Simca constantly changes the way her readers think about poverty. Mark is against gay marriage and against the Iraq War. They let their faith and their life be a little gross. And theirs was a Catholicism that was never bought by or sold to a political party. Can you honestly say that about any of your other contributors? I'm honestly asking because I usually wouldn't read other contributors than those two from your site. If you purposefully stamp out the spice that's involved in having a Shea or a Fisher on your website, then you are dooming yourself to be boring. And guess what? There's a whole generation of us that is completely over boring Catholicism. If you keep doing this, you're just going to become boring EWTN again. And only old people and very polite white Midwesterners are going to watch you. And I love old people. And God knows I love polite white Midwesterners. They let me listen to Mumford & Sons with them and I feel at home. But you're missing so many of us and you're missing so many listeners and readers and viewers when you only talk like that. Aren't you guys just a bunch of Chesterton and O'Connor fans? If Chesterton had written on your site that it's a shame that not enough politicians get hanged, if O'Connor had written on your site she would have been a good woman if it had been someone there to shoot her every minute of her life, would you have fired them too? You can be better, National Catholic Register. You can be better, EWTN. We need you to be. And those of you who are waiting for part 2 of my other video, don't worry, it's on its way, I promise.